Well, it's 20 to 3 on Friday the 13th, yes I know, Friday the 13th. That's the Brisbane River, you might have guessed that. As we turn round, all these high-rise apartments are where, it's expensive condominiums should I say, are where a lot of warehouses used to be back in 82, 83. And across the road there is the old wool store, which my brother will recognise. This is on Merthyr Road in New Farm. Now, the wool store back in 82 was where my brother worked, which I'm sure he will recognise. But now, like the vast majority of all the buildings around here on Merthyr Road in New Farm, it is extremely expensive individual apartments, no longer a furniture warehouse or a furniture store. This is just round the corner from where he and I lived, which is where I'm heading next. So, for now, from the wool store on Merthyr Road, we're heading round to Brisbane Street and number 40. Let's go and find it. Okay, this is where I'm getting a little bit confused. That is the wool store from a different angle. This is another one of the wool stores. I forgot there was two side by side. My memory's playing tricks on me, so either my brother's place of work was that one, or it was that one. Only he will be able to tell me when I catch up with him. So what do you reckon, Mac? Was it that one? Or this one? Or are you just as forgetful as I am? I've got a feeling it's either this one, because this is the one that's nearest to Brisbane Street, which is just in the middle of the frame there. Sort that out, Mac. Still Friday the 13th, it's coming up to 3 o'clock on Friday the 13th of November. That rather dilapidated looking building there is number 40 Brisbane Street, and the door at the top of the stairs is number 1, flat 1. And that incidentally was where my brother Ron and I lived in 1982. He eventually went off to New Zealand and I vacated that very flat in 1983. Next door there, just above the garage, was number 2, where our friends Tony Johnson and his good lady Thecla Kittis lived. And I must say that it's not got any tidier looking since last time I saw it. I was last here 12 months ago and it was pretty overgrown and a bit of a jungle then, and it's not got any better. And from the looks of it, there's been absolutely nothing done to it in 27 years. I had many a party in there and a good night. No names, no pack drill. Kind of sad to see it in the condition it's in, because as I say, that was my home for the best part of 8 or 9 months. My brother lived there for about 4 or 5 months. The area around it has changed beyond belief. All down there to the left hand side and to the right, where wool stores and warehouses are now expensive apartments. The only wool store building that's left is the one dead centre of picture, which is now expensive apartments. So I guess that's progress for you, but I don't know when I'll be back again to see my old house, so one last look at it. The house of McMillan in 82, 83, and at the same time the house of Johnson and Kittis at the right hand side. Tony Johnson and Thecla Kittis, where are you now? I've got a feeling that they're not a partnership anymore, so Tony might not care. It'd be nice to think Tony's still around somewhere. Anyway, that was my old house, and I've now got to go and look for my old place of work, which was the Bowater building halfway up Robertson Street, which is now no longer the Bowater building, but you'll see that in a couple of minutes. Let's go. Bye bye Brisbane Street. By the way, did I introduce you to my little hired car here in Queensland? Reggie plate 129LRR. That's my little Hyundai Getz, which I've got to hand back tomorrow. Nice little car, eh? Much better in size for me. Don't like driving big cars. That's my little Hyundai Getz. Got to give that back tomorrow to Mr. Avis. This is Tenerife Drive, which is just around the corner from my old flat in Brisbane Street. And in the distance you might just be able to pick out the Brisbane city skyline. Now, why am I filming Tenerife Drive? Well, the truth is this. In either that building, or that building, let's just say a momentous occasion took place in 1982. Oh, I reckon it must have been about July or August of 1982. And of anybody and everybody that I know, Roy Lilly will probably know what I'm talking about. Hey Roy. And there it is. That is a building at 88 Robertson Street in Cottagee Valley, which is now occupied by the Peerless Dry Cleaners. But back in 1982-83, I used to work in that building, and that was where Bowater Paper used to be. Now just about dead centre of frame there is where two loading bays used to be, where my good friends Alan House and Johnnie Standen used to reverse their trucks into every day before we went out on the deliveries. And upstairs was the offices where Boris Vuga and Dallas Geddes and Donny Seipel and all them and Donny Shaw used to work. And yeah, it's changed again. Like every other place around here, it's changed totally. It's all expensive apartments and well, that's about it. Expensive apartments and expensive shops. Nothing like what it was 27 years ago. And then again, Brisbane city itself is nothing like what it was 27 years ago. And just at the top of the street on the left hand side was where I used to work as well. The first job in Robertson's, not Robertson's, it was Ferguson's Printers, Ferguson's Colour Printers. That's no longer there, that's now expensive apartment buildings as well. So, on my last day in Brisbane, and my last day in Fortitude Valley in New Farm, this is my old place of work. And a lot of happy memories. Good 8 or 9 months working here. Good bunch of guys. And if any of them see this, then get in touch. Thanks again, Bowater. Thanks again, Fortitude Valley and New Farm. And I am heading for something to eat. Time to feed. Thanks again, Brisbane. It's been fun. Top of Robertson Street, sitting at traffic lights. That used to be the Carrollton United Brewery building. But guess what it is now? You guessed it. Expensive apartment buildings. Well, here we are. We finally made it to Sizzlers out here at Caboolture, and young Shaw and John Standen and I think that's Donny's young daughter are waiting for us, and that's the housey mobile. Alright mate, got us here in good time, eh?
Yeah, we did, mate.
Bloody good driver you are.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Good man.
All that traffic.
So here we are, yeah, we hit a lot of traffic on the way. I'm hungry. Bloody hell, I'm hungry. Could eat a scabby horse between two trucks. But yes, there's young Shaw over there, I can see him. My old mate Don from the Bowater days. And 27, 28 mate, 1982, 83 it was, isn't it? So we'll go and see him. Because there he is. Oh my god, who is that good looking swine?
Hello, my darling.
Hello, my son.
Hello.
Oh, it's young Shaw.
Hello.
Good day, son.
Not you again.
Yeah.
That's all you last year. Not you again.
Young Don Shaw. Who's Don Shaw? John Standen. Alan House, you know him. You know me.
And Melanie.
Melanie. I gave Melanie a handful of change about 9 years ago. Hope she remembers me for it. Well, let's go and get some grub, shall we? Well, here we are. It's just gone 8 o'clock, and all these young gentlemen, and I include myself in that, of course, and young Melanie are just about to say our goodbyes. Oh, who knows when. For a good few years yet, I think. But you never know. Good feeding, gentlemen. Yep. Well fed and watered.
Okay.
Good stuff. Melanie's awful quiet. Yes, she is.
She got bored.
She's got a driving lesson tomorrow. Oh, watch yourself out, Queensland people. She's going to be on the roads.
Keep your dogs off the road.
Keep your dogs off the streets. And you know what they say, keep death off the road, drive on the pavements.
That's right.
Yep. So with that, gentlemen and lady, we say thank you very much. It's been good to see you all again. And catch up with you soon. We'll do it again in a few years, eh?
Yep.
Excellent. Good idea.